Okay, a quick little note about watching these embedded YouTube videos. Two things if you want to have a better image. Click here, this little gear, change the quality, use the highest quality. Generally it's 720 pixels HD, high definition. The other thing is full screen. Click the full screen. The image will it'll be a little clearer when you do this, but you can also read everything on the screen. Okay, I want to take a look at how to use the repricing tool. Two ways to look at your quotes. You can do them either way. You can give your customer an itemized list that shows the price for each item, or you can give the customer a total quoted amount, which is probably going to be more likely. But in any case, let's say that that's what we want to do. We want to give the customer a total quoted amount. Now I've got a couple items on this quote. I've got an operator and I've got some labor. And remember, keep in mind that the purpose of the whole quoting function is simply to put costs together, estimated costs together, to give you an accurate idea of how to price. So I've got my costs in here, and so what I want to do is I want to give the customer just a single quoted amount. So I'm going to add a line to this item, to this quote, and I'm just going to put quantity 1, and I'm going to use a miscellaneous item here. Try this one. Let's see, I got something that's not in there. How about this? Okay, description. I'm going to say total quoted amount. Use whatever terms you want, right? And I have no cost on it, obviously, and I'm not going to worry about a price right now. I just want to put this on there. So I save it, and then I go to my details, and now I've got a third line on here, and now I want to give this whole quote a total amount, a total estimated amount. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reprice one of the lines. I'm going to reprice this line only. I'm going to leave these with a zero price, and I'm going to reprice this total quoted amount line. And what I want to do is I want to wind up with a total markup per labor unit of, let's say, $40 per hour. Okay, and because I've got hours in here already, and there's my 8 hours. When I do this, I'm going to reprice this whole quote so I get a total markup of $40 per hour. So I click reprice selected lines. What it's done is it's priced this one quoted amount line, left the others at 0, and now I've got a total price of $11.57. That's 8 hours of estimated labor, $40 per hour for the labor markup, and then a total markup of $3.20 and a gross profit percentage of 28%. So that's how we want to price a quote when we only want to show one line. Now, of course, on these lines above, what we'll want to do in that case is we'll say hide this on the invoice. So the customer won't see these lines. Okay? They'll only see the bottom line, which says total quoted amount. And they'll get that $11.57. One more thing to look at on this screen. Let's take a look at the different calculation methods. Now I can reprice any one line or all the lines. In the example I just gave, we just repriced the quoted amount line, the total line. But I've got 5 different options for setting my price. One is per labor unit. This is typically used for truck days. If you need to make so much per truck day or so much per man hour of markup. You use this method, and you put a dollar figure in here, and it will reprice whatever lines you selected to get to that number. So this markup per labor unit, when you're done, will match what you've asked for. Okay. The other options are to simply put a total markup amount. If you want to say I need to add $500 to this cost to get my sell price, pick this option, put $500 in the box, reprice the lines. If you want to use a cost multiplier, if that's the way you normally do pricing, say I've got a total cost here of $837. What I normally do is maybe 1.2 times that. I can put in the 1.2, reprice, and I'll get my sell price based on that. If you're used to thinking in terms of gross profit percentage, same thing. Put in the gross profit percentage that you want in the box here, and click the reprice button, and you've got your quote priced in terms of gross profit percentage. And finally, if you just want to get to a particular number, if you look at the cost and say $11.57, I'm going to sell it for $1,500, you can use this choice, put $1,500 in it, and it will price the lines that you select, recalculate the lines that you select to get to a total price of $1,500. So they're the different calculation methods you can use to do pricing in the quoting system. And one last time, keep in mind, if this looks very convoluted or looks more complicated than it really is, keep in mind all it's for is to get some costs together someplace so you can take a look at totals, price it any way you want, and then when the time comes, roll it right into an order in the system.